Welcome back, world. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the COSIGN Conversations podcast. Today, we're going to be talking all things beauty with the CEO of Rosies Beauty, Ashley Hunt. How you doing today?
I am. Look at you. I look at the camera.
You can look at me.
Okay, I'm doing good.
That's what's up. I'm gonna look at the camera. I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna look either way.
Okay.
But no, we just did a photo shoot. We shot some products, shot you, basically just kind of showcasing the products you have out. But before we kind of get into where you are today, I kind of want to get the start because offline we talked and it said, about 2 or 3 years ago when you actually got into this. So what made you want to get into the beauty industry?
Well, I started off first as a hairstylist. Well, let me start over.
Okay.
When I was in college, I started off doing my own hair. I was transitioning from perm to natural, so I was getting into doing my hair and braids, twist outs, and all that kind of stuff. So
what made you want to switch real quick?
I guess I just felt like it. I'm a natural person, so I like all things natural. I try to stray away from toxic stuff. So of course, perms, they say they're not good for you. So I stopped getting perms, and I just wanted to try the natural hair.
Okay.
I wasn't following the trend, but yeah, I wanted to. I'm a pretty natural person. I like organic, non-toxic things. So I wanted to go natural. So when I was in college, I started doing my own hair, and I started doing my friend's hair, and it's crazy. It kind of turned into a side hustle. So while I was in school, I started doing all the people hair. They was coming to my dorm and things like that. Once I graduated, I actually went into a salon as a braider. And from there, I just got into skincare. It's kind of weird because growing up, I never was I want to grow up and be an esthetician. It's kind of like these things kind of just fell, and I realized I was good at it, or I kind of grew a passion for it. Right. So I was about to go to school to get a cosmetologist license to do hair, and then I seen they had a skincare program, so I wound up joining the skincare program, and I learned about skin. I got into making my own products, and it just kind of went from there.
So what did you want to be when you grew up? When you were younger?
I wanted to be a math teacher, and then I realized I didn't like kids.
Okay.
So,
hey, I feel you.
So when I first went to school, I signed up to be a teacher, and I realized that's not what I wanted to do. I switched to accounting, and I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to be in school for 5 years. So then I wound up just getting a business degree. Okay. And
from math teacher to beauty entrepreneur.
Yeah.
We love to see it. So, taking care of the skin is important from a guy's perspective. I'm usually just waking up, washing my face. I'll put some lotion on, and I just go about my day. But the older I get, I'm starting to realize, man, there's a lot more to it, right? So let's talk to this male audience real quick. Even though our audience is about 58 to 59% women, I want to speak to the men real quick, right? What are some easy, common skincare routines that we can just get started off? Because sometimes when we reach out to women, they give us this elaborate plan, and we're like, yo, first things first. All right, so where do we start?
So actually with men, you really could just cleanse, moisturize, and sunscreen in the morning. Okay. So as long as you make sure you're cleansing your face and putting on the moisturizer once you cleanse, you have to moisturize your skin. Okay. And then, of course, in the morning, wear your sunscreen to protect your skin from the sun. Okay,
so wake up, wash your face, moisturize it, then sunscreen.
Yeah. It's crazy because, most men, y'all really don't have to do nothing. Your skin now, it doesn't look bad. You have some men, they do have problem skin, but most men that I see, their skin is not bad. And I'm like, what do you do? Oh, wash my face in the shower. And that's it. But yeah, most men's skin are not bad. So the basics, cleanse, moisturize, and then sunscreen in the morning.
What I've realized though too is that I pay more attention to it is in some areas of my face I have a little discoloration, right? So how do we take care of that? Because I want to be equally yoked. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Exfoliating. So that's the key to discoloration, getting rid of dead skin, and over time, getting rid of the dead skin and exfoliating the skin helps fade pigment and fade discoloration, so it makes the skin more even.
Gotcha. That's not the Michael Jackson thing, though.
No, that's bleaching. We don't do that.
Don't Sammy Sosa me.
No.
Okay. And how often are you supposed to exfoliate? Is that twice a day? Twice a week?
No, twice a week.
Oh, okay. How about that?
Only 2 times, 1 to 2 times a week is enough. Not every day, because over-exfoliation can cause hyperpigmentation. So you don't want to do too much. Just 2 times a week is good enough.
Okay. I could probably Google this, but we got you here. So do I wash, then exfoliate, or when do you exfoliate?
So yeah, so you wash your face.
Okay.
You want to get off any dirt and stuff, and then you exfoliate.
Okay.
There's 3 different forms of exfoliation. There's chemical, there's physical, and there's enzymes.
Okay.
So like physical, that's more like the grainy stuff that you can physically feel on your face.
Gotcha.
And then chemical is more like the skincare acids, like salicylic, mandelic, those kind of skincare acids to exfoliate the skin. And then enzymes are like the fruit enzymes or like lemon enzymes that actually like eat off the dead skin on the face.
So that's dope. So what I also realized too is like there's some online establishments that are basically you can white label, right? Which is great if you want to be an entrepreneur. Like you don't want to spend the time getting a chemist and all that. Did you look at both options when you started?
Yeah. So when I first started, like I was literally in my mama's kitchen making stuff myself, like from different stuff that I researched. There are companies out there that you can like buy ingredients and they either give you instructions on how to make it or you can figure it out yourself, like how to mix stuff together. Just make sure it's like pH balance and things like that. I prefer it that way because I know what was in it and I know like what it does, but that did take like more time. So as I got busier, I couldn't continue to do it that way, but that's how I started off. I was just making literally everything myself.
Gotcha.
And then as I got bigger and stuff, I looked into private labeling and manufacturing. Okay. So that's why some stuff of mine is private label, and some stuff I actually got to speak with someone like what I want to put in it, and they make it. So.
Gotcha. But when, as an entrepreneur in the beauty field, when do you know when it's time to introduce a new product, right? Because I'm pretty sure you want to keep your inventory low so that way you can sell, get profit, then reinvest. But when do you know for you it's time to like, okay, let me introduce this new product so I can, I guess take over, the market. But like sometimes, you might do it too early or too late. So when did you realize it?
You can do like, I know for myself, seasonal, like seasons. Like it's getting colder, so the skin does change. The skin typically is more drier, more flaky, and things like that when it's colder. So I like to keep new products coming in for things like that, like dry skin, or bring in more hydration products. Rather than summertime, I want to bring in a more hydrating, more mist, like more lighter products for the skin. Or I wouldn't say trends, but I do kind of like try to keep up with new things that are evolving. Like I know like the jelly mask. And,
Got you.
Like I'm not the type of person to go by trends, but I do try to keep up like with the big brands and stuff like that. So
do you think it's hard being in this space like as a not only doing services but doing products as well?
Yes.
Okay. What makes it difficult in your opinion?
So one thing that make it difficult is everyone's skin is different. So not everything works the same for everybody. So like somebody might buy something and it works great for them, they love it, and some people may buy something and it irritates their skin.
Gotcha.
So I feel like that's hard with that. Or I get some people, they don't give it time. Like people want stuff to happen overnight. Yeah, so you have to deal with you have to deal with that. We're trying to keep your customers like trusting the process. So that is something that's difficult to deal with. Or with me being a small business and you have those big brands that's like on TikTok and everything what everybody know, it's kind of hard to try to, I wouldn't say persuade people to buy your products, but to try to like compete with those big brands. Like it could be something that don't even work. Like I ain't trying to throw no brands out there. Right. Cetaphil. Everybody buys it because everybody tells them, "Oh, go get this. It's cheap and it's available. You can walk in any store and buy it." So it is kind of hard to compete with that when you have quality, but people know that product and it's cheaper. And
So what have you done in the past couple of years to be able to compete in that market share?
I would say really just trying to show how well my products work and trying to get more people to tell people about the product, so word of mouth. Getting people like to post more about it, the products and stuff.
Got you. So let's talk about your team. You're the CEO, right? Do you have a team?
Just me and my mom.
That's it.
I would love to have that's my what I envision is having a warehouse where I have employees. They come in, package products, package orders, and all that stuff. But it's just me and mom right
No,
now.
I mean that's how that's how it starts. Have you thought about like what your first hire would be when you get to that point? Like who would that be? What position would that be?
It would be someone to help us package orders. So like, cause right now I have a warehouse,
Like a fulfiller type of.
a fulfiller, someone to help us package orders. No, I take that back. I will have a social media person, so someone to post the pictures. Cause that's the thing too. Like I'll get the content and stuff, and I post here and there, but I need stuff to be posted every day. But it's kind of hard for me to do that.
Yeah, when you're doing everything, it's hard to like even to make the time. Even though like social media doesn't take that long, but it does take that long because you got to find the right picture, then the right caption, the right hashtags, and then you got to make sure you're actually engaging.
Yep.
So it does take a while. I definitely understand. What type of content have you seen that works best for you? Has it been like product placements? Has it been testimonials? Has it been reels? Like, what do you see working good in the beauty industry as far as content?
For me, it has been me getting on making tutorials, like how to use the products and stuff. And it's crazy because I don't want to be the face of my business, but it seems like people pay more attention when I'm posting a video of me like using the products or explaining how to use it and stuff.
Yeah. So I realized early on too, like people buying the people before they buy into the brand. So as far as small businesses, it's hard because they'll buy into you before they buy into your business. So it's like you kind of got to always push the business out there so to support. But then you want to get to a point where you're able to detach from it. So I'm struggling with the same thing. So that's why I'm trying to build up my team, make sure everybody gets a lot more face time, so that way people don't always have to like come to me for everything. They know that there's other people that can handle situations.
Because you can delegate with
other
people. Go ask them.
Exactly. Because I mean, think about it. Like I don't know who the person who runs Coke is or Sprite or it's just, you just know the brand and that's how you want it to be. But they position it. But then on the other side, there's Nike. Everybody knows Phil Knight with Nike, but then he built his brand towards this point like it's a huge organization. So I guess we just got to keep building.
Yeah.
just gotta keep building. What's your favorite product to use and why?
My favorite product to use. Ooh, that's a hard one. I would say the sunscreen. Because of course it protects your skin from the sun, so you're not getting any sun damage. But it smells good and it gives the skin a nice glow. Like when I go places, people always compliment my skin and stuff. I'm like, yep, it's Rosies Beauty.
No, I need that glow. So should people see a dermatologist before seeing an esthetician, or do they just go straight to an esthetician and then?
I'm kind of biased with dermatologists just because growing up, I went to one before and they didn't do anything for me. And of course you had to pay because you just booked that appointment. So with me, I'd rather you come to an esthetician first and we're more hands-on. So you can come in, we can look at your skin, we can give you a treatment, put stuff on your skin rather than going into a dermatologist and they just look at your face and prescribe you a cream. And you just pay for the appointment, which is maybe $90 plus, and then you just pay for that cream when it's a possibility that it can be too strong or that it doesn't work.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to shout nobody else, but I will say this though: when I was in middle school, I had bad acne, and Proactive came through.
Ew!
I'm sorry. I had like man, they came through. Like I saw a picture like maybe like last year, and I was like, man, what the heck was wrong with my face? What made it even worse too was I had colored contacts.
Oh my god!
So I had colored contacts. I went through a phase. I had colored contacts. I dyed my hair so it was like a light brown. And then I had like acne on my face. And I was like, who was this kid?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I used to tell my mom, like, yo, I can't keep doing this. So she put me on, with dermatologist, put me on Proactive. And it changed my life because my sister had worse acne than me and it worked for her. So I was like, man, let's try it. I mean, it did what it was supposed to do.
See, that's the thing, too. I'm not even against dermatologists just because with being an esthetician, we can only do so much.
Right.
So if you need like a prescription and stuff like that, that's when I'm like, yeah, go to the dermatologist. Or if it's something like if the skin has like an infection or if you have like really severe problems, then yeah, that's out of my scope. So go to the dermatologist. But if you have a few pimples here and there, like go to an esthetician.
Okay. So if somebody had like a mild case of acne, that's something that y'all can still handle, take control of. Yeah, I remember. I think they had me down. Did I take any pills? I don't think I took any pills. I can't even remember, but I know. Yeah. It was crazy. It was a crazy time. it was a crazy time. But nah, so I have a 15-year-old daughter. And it's like, man, I'm trying to, get her right too. So like she has just like nice natural skin. Every once in a while, just like a little bump will pop up. But like, what's a safe routine for like, young adults? Because I do want to say one thing. I think with that brand, like we had to sign like waivers and stuff because it was so strong.
Yeah.
So what's like something safe for like kids to like a routine for kids that they could do early on that won't damage their skin in the long term?
For teenagers, you want to get them a basic cleanser. Okay. So something that's just good to cleanse the skin. I really wouldn't get anything with any skincare acids in it. I would stick to the safe stuff like aloe vera, cucumber, like watermelon extract, the real gentle stuff. Okay. So a gentle basic cleanser, a toner to tone their face, and a moisturizer.
When you say toner, what does that mean?
So a toner, it's a spray.
Okay.
So you spray it on your face. You can either spray it on your face, let it dry, or you spray it on a cotton pad and wipe your face. A toner helps bring the skin back to its normal pH after you cleanse your face, and then a moisturizer.
Gotcha.
But if they're into like sports and stuff, I would put them on a sunscreen daily, like especially like track or cheerleading. I would get her to wear sunscreen every day.
Okay. What's up with these serum oils, son? I be seeing people making video. They doing like the little drips. I want to do that. What's that? What's that? Like?
So a serum is a corrective product. So with serums, you can have like a hydrating serum, a serum for dark spots, serum for even skin tone. Give you an example, like what we have. We have a hydrating boost gel. That's for hydrating skin. We have our liquid gold serum. That's for evening skin tone. And then we have our clarifying brightness serum. That's for dark spots. Okay. So the serum is not a absolute needed product if you just have a basic regimen. But if you're trying to correct something on your skin, then that's when a serum comes into play.
Okay, yeah, because I'm tired of seeing everybody making these TikToks and reels, putting drops on their face.
Yeah, and then they touching their face with the dropper. Yeah. Don't do that.
You're not supposed to?
No, because you can transfer germs from your face to then you put it back in the bottle, and then your product can spoil.
That makes sense. Do you follow any specific beauty influencers on TikTok or IG?
Not TikTok. No offense, but most of the time they giving bad, wrong information. On IG, you say influencers?
Yeah, beauty influencers, or maybe beauty. Maybe
not even Bev. I went to college with her.
Who?
Her name's Curly Bev.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
I love her. Who else do I follow? Jackie. She's a tall, dark-skinned woman. I follow Raven Elise.
Okay, she walked in my first fashion show. Like,
I follow a lot of local people, like Dallas people.
Yeah, she blew up too. She was following.
That's the top 3 I can think of, top of my head, that I follow for sure.
Top 3, okay. So let's say this. We're not going to talk about brands, but in your field, who are like, because this is called COSIGN, so we always like to like kind of shine light on either whether it's like how you got started or whether it's saying people that you co-sign. So who are some other beauty entrepreneurs that you co-sign that you've seen like put in a lot of work and became successful?
Like as far as like skincare or just
it could be any beauty entrepreneur. It could be skincare, it could be hair, it could be nails, it could be lashes, so many things. I feel sorry for them. Y'all have so many things y'all gotta do.
Someone I really admire, I watched them grow, is B Judy.
Okay, just B-E Judy.
I think it's just B.
The letter B.
The letter B and then Judy. She's the Brat's wife.
Okay.
Yeah, I followed her story growing up. That's someone who really inspired me because she started, I guess, a hairstylist and stuff. And then of course now she have big warehouses. She have her products almost everywhere, Walmart's, beauty supply stores. That's someone I really admire because I've seen her start from the bottom and she's big now.
Nah, for sure. Do you remember your first customer?
No. I remember my first customer as doing hair.
Okay.
It's funny because I'll never forget because I signed up to start and I only had one customer the whole week, so the money I made went back straight to booth rent.
To booth rent.
So I would never forget that because I did her a bob. I charged her $50 and my booth rent was $85.
Oh wow! So
you
was in a hole for.
Starting out, I was in a hole, so I would never forget because I was happy with that first customer though because it was the first person in the shop. I was already nervous to be in the shop because it's like I'm there with people that's been doing hair for years, Right. I was happy with my one customer I had that week, but I was in the hole the first week.
Gotcha. But when it comes to your product, you don't remember. Was it when you first did it? Was it strictly online, or was this from like people just came into your?
No, people just came into me.
Okay, so
my
probably
very first product I started off was natural deodorant.
Okay.
So I remember making, because I had just started wearing natural deodorant, so I wanted to make it myself and put other people on. Because like I said, I'm the type of person I try to like live a non-toxic life.
Right.
So that was my first product to make. It was a natural deodorant. But I don't remember who I sold my first one to.
What's the profit margin on something like that? Like, especially if you're making like a small quantity. So like I'm pretty sure it takes you X amount of dollars, and then you have to get the labeling, all that. Is there a lot of markup? Are you making 100% on it, 50%?
50 to 60.
50 to 60. Is that where you try to be on all products?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I try to do where, of course, the product is like, because some stuff I label myself, and some stuff comes straight to the spot already labeled, already wrapped, and then so the stuff I do make, I do count in time for me doing it and stuff.
That
so
makes sense, because you could be using that time doing something else to make money. No, that's what's up. Do you remember the first person to co-sign you in the beauty space who was like, I love what you're doing, and I kind of want to tell people about it, or do you know who that was?
There's a few people, actually. One of my clients to this day, Taylor, and then I have another friend, Ashton, and then of course my homegirls. They always down.
Boosting you. Nah, that's real. Okay, so before we get out of the last question, I want to ask is, entrepreneurship isn't easy. It takes a lot. Like we said, wearing multiple hats, being the CEO, handling the services, marketing, social media, etc. Then you have your personal life, being a wife and a mother. What piece of advice would you give to someone who wants to get into the beauty industry, who wants to follow your footsteps, become a beauty entrepreneur, but is just lacking that discipline, or lacking the motivation to get started? Like, what would you tell them to inspire them to to give it a shot?
I would definitely tell them to do something that you want to do, and not doing something because you see someone else doing it and you see that they're successful at it. Because I get a lot of people, they be like, oh, I want to have my own brick and mortar. I want to do this. I want to do this. But it's because they see someone else doing it, so they feel that they can do it. Because, well, no. Let me say they can do it, because I always tell people I'm doing it, so you can do it.
Right, that makes sense.
But I would tell them to do something because they want to do it.
Right. Because
I feel like with running a business, you have to have passion behind it. Because I feel like that's what keeps me motivated and keep me going. Because, you have those days where you just don't feel motivated, but I'm passionate about skin, and I love doing skin, so that keeps me going. So I would tell people to do something they're like passionate about, that they actually want to do, instead of trying to like do it because somebody else doing it.
Nah, facts. They say, when your passion meets purpose, it'll turn into profit. So, got to be passionate about it. Make sure it's your purpose, and then over time, you'll make profit from it. So that's dope. And I know exactly what you mean, because I feel like sometimes we get distracted from our visions because we see somebody successful in another field, and we're like, damn, we could do that too. But just stay focused on what you have done, what you're passionate about, and lock in on that. You'll see the same success. It may look differently, but if it's meant for you, it'll be. Yeah,
you definitely get caught up with that, like especially if someone doing the same thing to you, doing the same thing as you, and you see like they taking off, but don't get discouraged. Like,
nah, for sure.
Yeah.
Don't ever be a hater neither, man.
Oh,
your blessings coming. Don't be a hater.
Yeah, that's true.
Nah, it was great chatting with you. Love the conversation. Give them your Instagram, the address and all that, so they can follow you, find you, and come support you.
Okay, so the spa Instagram is at rosiesbeauty_. We are located at 7203 South Cooper Street, Suite 141 in Arlington, Texas. Our website is www.rosiesbeautyspa.com. Come see me.
Come see her ASAP, and we at COSIGN her. So y'all check it out ASAP, and we're out.